Hi everyone, I'm Makyba Breezie from the beautiful community of Miro. I'm an educator at the secondary and tertiary level. My area of expertise, literature, communication studies, and of course creative writing. I've published the short story Gone in the anthology Caribbean Musings, Narratives of Identity, and that was published with the University of the Southern Caribbean. I've also published a nonfiction piece called Silent Fortitude, Haitian Women in Agriculture in Dominica, and that was done in collaboration with the deceased Mr. Elias DP for the Caribbean Small Grant Fund and the Clara Lionel Foundation. Today, I'd like to read an excerpt from my short story, The Shifting Sands of Madness, A Right to Be, on migration in the Caribbean. I hope it speaks to you and I hope you enjoy.
Miro see real mad, Mila muttered to herself, digging her toes into the shifting grey sand. Her voice was almost lost beneath the rhythmic crash of the waves. One day it gives us plenty sand, all there watch our sand. The next, castaways full of sand. Then the next time is a whole set of water, no beach at all. The waves just breaking and ending on the seawall. It happening all the time. That sea is just too mad. Mila sat at her usual spot 10 feet from the shore, with a salty breeze wrapped around her like an old shawl. Here, perched amidst the roar of the sea and ripple of the two rivers that kissed the village, was the only place she could get till reception. A mad thing, she thought, squinting into the horizon. The rivers were no better. When it rained, they cut the beach into 3 pieces, north, south, and middle. The landlocked water after an outpour burst through the sand and raged into the sea. The rivers seemed to argue with the sea, slicing through the sands as if they were unleashing pent-up pressure built up from ancient times. The entire village of Miro bore the mark of its setting, a precarious, enchanting little valley nestled between 2 mountains. The mountains stood still, their silent, green forms watching the chaos below with indifference, while the sea and rivers made endless work of reshaping the beach. I don't know nothing about that place. Everything I know is my mother that tell me, Josie voiced. Mila shook her head. That place? Is Haiti such a hard name to remember? Ah, were we? Before further discussion, the wind carried the calls of her mother. Mila! 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 A sharp voice yelled, interrupting their conversation. Mila flinched. Hold on, Josie. Yes, ma. You don't hear me calling you so long I calling you on a telephone. Come before you make me get vexed. Yeah, I go in and hear what my mother's saying there. Call you back, Josie. I heard her comment already. Bye, Josie said with a laugh before the line went dead. Mila sighed, dropping the phone into her lap. Her mother's voice was carried over the breeze from the cluster of houses farther inland. Everyone in the village had a way of calling people out, loud, direct, and unmissable. It was part of what made Miro feel alive. As she stood to leave, Mila glanced back at the beach. The waves rolled forward, frothing like the milk from a boiling pot of coffee, then pulled back as if retreating into thought. She loved this place, its madness and all. The villagers often spoke of the sea as if it were alive. That sea too mad, they'd say, but Mila thought the sea reflected them more than they realized. Miro was a village of mad things. It wasn't just the sea and the rivers that changed course without warning. The people were unpredictable too, in ways that both frustrated and fascinated Mila. After leaving Haiti, her father, Jean, had sent for his family after spending 4 years in Dominica. He was always the epitome of a biblical man. If there would be a real-life character who embodied what marriage meant in the biblical context, it was Papa Jean. So when he settled his family in Miro in a 1-bedroom house, and not too long after told Claudette, his wife of 10 years, of his plans to marry Antoinette, a Dominican woman, for a period of 2 years to secure citizenship and then reunite with his family, Claudette had one reaction.